there are who do not want or who do not wish to see you hear this matter. Please walk out. You are not the only judges in the country at all. Let another panel of judges be appointed.
Things are getting crazier in the day by day as this Gachagua impeachment motion case continues, and the Gachagua lawyers are claiming now that they don't want this panel of judges, saying that they should walk out and let other judges who can do the job come out and do the job. Now it's becoming a very sensitive matter in terms of what is going to happen in the coming days. Now that they are tantrums thrown from each side, then the case is going to be added day by day.
Was first heard in the National Assembly. The National Assembly very overwhelmingly stated that the Deputy President had been impeached. It was then referred to the Senate, and the Senate again stated very overwhelmingly that the Deputy President was guilty and convicted him accordingly. My lords, the stories that one hears in the streets of Nairobi, the stories that one hears elsewhere, you cannot afford to ignore it. Stories like members of parliament were each given a handsome amount of money. That may be so or may not be so, but it doesn't matter. They have made the point that the members of parliament received bribes and they handed down a decision which majority of people believe that it was a corrupt decision. You cannot afford to ignore that. Now, when you go to the Senate, you are told the same thing, that the members of the Senate received money in what is called, is it white bahasha or something of the sort, white bahasha. They received money from known people. Again, you cannot afford to ignore that at all. Now, when they come to the judiciary, they expect the best. They expect people who have got integrity. They expect.
The veteran lawyer poked very serious also on this case. First of all, he said that the stories which are going on in the streets of Nairobi and elsewhere is that the MPs, when they were discussing these issues, they were bribed in a way. That is according to Dr. Kaniswa, has he alleged. So the same story happened to the Senate. So whenever this case is coming to the judiciary, it is being expected to be run by people who have super good integrity. That is number one. If these people have the superb integrity, then the case is going to run smooth. But what is happening now is that the lawyers of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua feel like the bench which has been put in place, or the Deputy Chief Justice who was in place, who constitutes this bench, never did it under the law because it was supposed to be constituted by the Chief Justice himself, that is Martha Koome. But at the moment, what is happening is that there are rankles and rankles inside this case, and they may come up to turmoil in the coming days because what is happening is not what was expected, or it's not constitutionally what is expected to be happening at the moment.
Check Judicial Service Commission records. You will not find a single letter from John Khaminwa complaining against any judge. I have never done such a thing at all. It's because I've got confidence in our judges. I've got confidence in our magistrate that they deliver justice. But I'm just saying you, my lords and my ladies, if at this time we have some people who feel very strongly because that they may not get justice before you are told, please walk out. Don't continue to hear the case. And indeed, the people who are saying that your lordships or my lady should not hear this case, when they are speaking, you cannot really criticize them. They have got some valid complaints. My lords, United States of America, which I had the opportunity and the privilege of getting and studying their jurisprudence, they gave me additional legal education. United States of America, which has an impeachment provisions like Kenya, for 200 years, there is no president or deputy president who has been impeached and the impeachment has succeeded. None at all. None at all. Kenya, a young country which got the first constitution involving impeachment provisions, came into operation in 2010, and in 2024, we are now being told the deputy president has been impeached successfully, has been found guilty. Is it unreasonable to suspect there is something wrong? Is it unreasonable to suspect that someone is doing something wrong? Gachagua may be a nut, may not be probably properly educated, but he's a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Why should he be the first one within such a short time to be impeached in the country? Can't you suspect there is something wrong, that you are not doing some things properly? That America, which has had impeachment provisions for 200 years, has never successfully convicted someone for impeachment at all, a politician.
Thank you, Dr. Kabinwa.